Hey Cancers, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining me for your June 2018 Astro Weather Forecast. I'm sorry I'm doing these so late. It's been really busy for me lately. So let's get to it. There's a lot going on this month. A lot. There's a lot going on every month. But we're going to have some more retrogrades. We're going to have Mars and Neptune join in the mix. There's a lot of transformation. This whole year is just highly transformative, and we're not really going to see how much it really transformed until around September, when we have our last Jupiter sextile Pluto aspect. But there is a lot of change and transformation, so remember that no matter what you're going through, every day is a new day. And the planets are constantly moving, making new aspects that are good and beneficial. So although one day it may be down, the next day it can be up. That's the glory of astrology. So what's happening with Cancers for June? Well, the focus, really, strong focus, is going to be with Mars retrograde for everyone. And that is because Mars is our vitality, our courage, and our action. And without Mars, we wouldn't get anything done. I love Mars. It's a very important planet. It's the one that's just about just do it. Stop talking about it, stop thinking about it, take that action, and you will get it done. And he instills us with a ton of courage. Impatience as well, but that's part of its pizzazz. Mars is the warrior planet. So it's all about taking action and fearlessly going after what it is you want. Now, for you guys, this is really interesting because it's going to be in your 8th house, Pluto's house, the house of hidden things, other people's money, death, rebirth, taxes. This includes credit cards, loans, your partner's money. So this is a lot of vitality and vigorous activity going on in the house of other people's money. This can mean a few different things. It also has to do with sex, of course, because it's Pluto's house. So your desire definitely kicks up a notch. Also, your desire to uncover hidden things, explore mysteries, taboo subjects, uncovering hidden things that you didn't know, what lies beneath. A lot of effort being put into that, but also a lot of effort into growing your finances, because this is about bigger money. This is Pluto's house about bigger money. Like I said, credit cards, loans, focus on that. As well as government money, taxes, stuff like that. Now, because Mars is going to turn retrograde here on the 26th, this is going to be about revisiting these matters as well and replanning your steps. So on the 15th, Mars moved into Aquarius, the 15th of May. Okay, he's in full-blown action. He's moving forward. He's like, all of a sudden your energy is going into making money, dealing with money matters, even aggressively, because Mars is just, like I said, it's pure energy. Now, you can come across some frustrations because this is the house of the unexpected as well, turbulence, power struggles, things like that. So you can come across some fight or flight feelings of like you got to fight for money or you got to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. That's what Mars is all about. You're going through the Mars experience in the 8th house of other people's resources. So, the more aggressive you are, the more likely you are to win. However, there's a fine line there. You don't want to cause too much chaos or blow up things that could be happening because of your impatience. So just understand that you're feeling turbocharged with Mars in this area. So, you can hit some brick walls. You can find yourself frustrated. But you can also find yourself courageous. And I love Mars for this one fact. It's just that he's courageous. Just who cares? Go. And who better to go through Pluto's house fearlessly than Mars? So, Yeah, your love life can definitely kick up a notch. You can have some deep, meaningful sexual encounters or experiences, deeply psychological, even. Uncovering mysteries, diving deep into these mysteries and conspiracies and hidden things, spending your time in research, and all of that. Now, because he's turning retrograde, and he's going to be retrograde until August 27th, where he's going to touch back in Capricorn, which is your 7th house of partnerships, something can be revisited there in relationships. For those of you single, you can have an ex come back, or you revisit an ex or something like that. Past does come back with retrogrades, period, for all of them, and we are in retrograde season, so there's a lot of going back, revisiting going on just in general. So when Mars turns retrograde, it's going to be about planning pragmatically, taking slower steps, thinking things through. So maybe you're going turbocharged into something, and then he turns retrograde, and you're like, you know what, that wasn't really working out so much. I'm going to make a better strategy. Mars retrograde is awesome for making plans. Really awesome, because you're rethinking your actions, you're taking careful steps, you're planning your steps methodically, strategically. And then you can move forward with your new ideas, new ways of doing things in a strategic manner to where you don't run into a bunch of walls and you make better decisions. So it's a lot of activity going to be there, a lot of revisiting. Money matters from the past as well. Some of you can clear out some old debt. Some of you might acquire new debt. Endings and beginnings in that area, revisiting. A lot of strong, passionate desires, needs, wants are going to be activated. A lot of courage is going to be needed, and it's going to be had. You're going to have it. A lot of courage and energy in this area. Neptune is going to turn retrograde on the 18th, and it's going to be retrograde until November 27th. And for you guys, this is your 9th house of higher learning, travel, expanding your horizons. And Neptune here is really cool because Neptune is all about expanding your horizons, letting down your boundaries. You are limitless with Neptune. And in your 9th house of higher learning and exploring and, uncovering mysteries also, learning about politics, going back to your master's degree, whatever, into something more humanitarian or compassionate. But you can definitely explore quite a bit with Neptune there. Go to places with water if you want to travel or vacation. Being around water is very pleasant with Neptune there. Definitely revisiting, uncovering things, again, with Neptune retrograde, unveiling. We tend to be very overly optimistic with Neptune, and Neptune retrograde makes you rethink that and say, you got to plan a little bit too. Be optimistic, always be optimistic. But don't deceive yourself. Don't lead yourself to believe things that are, give people too much of a benefit of a doubt. Because you got to look at their behavior as well. Uranus changed signs last month too, which was a big deal, but these won't really actually be seen for the, over the course of the next 7 years. So you can see some rapid changes occurring, but some of you may not see it until it kind of kicks in a little bit further. But it will be going retrograde this year also, so it's going to be going back into Aries. But when it changed signs into Taurus, this is in your 11th house of friends, so you guys are going to be mixing up your social circle, trying out new humanitarian things, thinking of more progressive ways to be part of a group. Definitely coming across eclectic, different types of people, maybe even people more in line with you. Uranus is going to be shaking up your friendship house, your group house. A lot of you are going to be getting involved in different types of groups, mixing up your friendship groups, making new friends. Some of your friends may be erratic, sudden, impulsive, dragging you out of your shell, that type of thing. But that will be taking over the course of the next 7 years. Mercury and the Sun are transiting your 12th house. This can be a little weird, just to be honest. The 12th house is weird. It's spacey. It's all the subconscious mind. It's hidden things. It's private matters. It's time and seclusion. It's kind of dissolving the boundaries, the ego, the feelings. And with Mercury there, you can find yourself having difficulty focusing. It's really good for meditation, for spiritual matters, for prayer, for, getting in touch with your spiritual self, uncovering hidden talents. But you can feel kind of tired, run down a little bit, maybe too dreamy, too lethargic at times, but a lot can be uncovered, and that's going to be there for a little bit more before it actually changes signs into your sign. But you guys have Venus in your sign currently as we speak, which just entered there in May, but it will be continuing until it changes signs on the 13th. So you'll have Venus in your sign until the 13th of June, when it changes signs and moves into Leo, which is a total fun, dramatic, let loose sign. And Venus there is all about glamour. And this is in your second house of money. So you guys are going to be, after the 13th, you guys are going to be seeing some extra money. This is the money that you earn, things you acquire, acquisition. It could be through gifts. It could be through purchases. It could be an increase in salary after the 13th. But right now, for the beginning of the month, it's all about you. You're attracting love, relationships, people, situations, circumstances. Venus is all about glamour. Some of you improved your image, dress up a little more, finding yourself wanting to dress up more and therefore attracting. So it's good for finding a partner. And then on the 13th, Venus will move into your second house, increasing your finances. So that's always good. That's always fun. Who doesn't want a little extra money? The most romantic day of the month is really going to be on the 2nd, because Venus in Cancer in your sign is going to trine Neptune in Pisces. That's really good for money too. Yeah, that's really good for money too, but romance as well. So if you want to plan any romantic days, that's a good day, the 2nd, to do it. A couple of days you want to be cautious of is on the 5th. Venus will oppose Pluto, and that's going to be, Venus will oppose Pluto in Capricorn. That's stressful typically. It's very aggressive. It can be all or nothing, demanding, but it can also point to conflict between women, conflict over money, conflict in relationships and partnerships, because we are demanding. So others can be this way towards you, or you can be this way towards others. Just be mindful if it's something that you don't want to really get into. But if it's something that you need to get off your mind, you definitely will want to do it on that day. But it can be a dramatic day. The other day is on the 21st, when Venus in Leo will oppose Mars in Aquarius. This also can show relationship conflict, particularly between the opposite sexes. But it can also just be conflict in relationships. It doesn't have to be, but we'll be feeling a little bit more aggressive. Mars is aggressive anyway, but we can really want our desires to be had right then and there on the 21st. So just be cautious of that. On the 26th is when Mars turns retrograde. Mercury is going to enter your second house on the 29th. Like I said, on the 13th, Venus is going to enter Leo in your second house as well. So you'll have Mercury and Leo both transiting your second house come the later part of the month, which is awesome for making money. We're going to have a new moon at 22 degrees Gemini on the 13th. And this always opens up new opportunities, endings and beginnings occurring. This is happening for you guys in your 12th house of the subconscious mind. Again, hidden matters behind the scenes. So having a new moon there can illuminate you of things, ways you've been sabotaging yourself. You can suddenly discover new talents, new things about yourself. You can end things that have been holding you back subconsciously. You can let go of those. It's really good for meditating and letting go of those things. Reprogramming your subconscious to be more optimistic, to let go of those things that are holding you back. New moons in the 12th house are extremely helpful for this. And it's a very important part of our process and evolution, is to be able to let go of our old belief patterns that aren't working for us anymore. And this new moon is definitely going to trigger that for you guys. So take advantage of that. It can also illuminate hidden matters, other things that become suddenly uncovered. And then on the 27th, we're having a full moon in Capricorn. And this is in your guys' 7th house of partnership. So illuminations and culminations will come there. Some of you might be solidifying a relationship. Some of you that maybe found a relationship while Venus is transiting your sign all the way through the first half of June, might solidify a commitment come the end of the month. It also can illuminate relationships and partnership patterns and problems, so that way you can make changes. Some of you might get recognition, or one of your partners may get recognition. Those of you that are married, your partner can get recognized for something. You can develop new partnerships, start a new relationship. Like I said, new full moons are about culminations from what happened at the last new moon. And since the new moon was in the 12th house of subconscious hidden matters, you might be putting some of that into action into your partnership house come the full moon on the 27th. So yeah, your guys' highlight is going to be Mars's extra time period, which will go into next month, by the way. So you'll hear a lot about this in their next month forecast as well. But in your 8th house of other people's money, you can make some big strides here. Definitely your passions are going to increase, ignite. You may be feeling a little fiery there and, compulsive. Just watch the energy levels. Make sure that you're being wise about your steps. But it's going to be a really active month for you guys. And then things are going to kind of, the first half still is going to be a little calmer, but things are going to start picking up. And it looks like a great month for you guys. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it for you taking the time to do so. And also, if you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do, but make sure that you click the bell to get notification of all my uploads as I upload them. Again, I'm sorry for the delay in getting this out to you guys so late, but thank you as always for all your support. If you'd like your own personal reading or forecast, or even just to read all about astrology, you can visit my blog at www.illumastrology.blogspot.com. Again, thanks so much for listening. Wishing you guys a fantastic June, and please check back for July.